Number 8 is an application for a certificate of appropriateness at 132 Remsen Street in the Brooklyn Heights Historic District, docket number 13-8563, block 254, lot 7501, an Anglo-Italianate-style house built between 1861 and 1879. This is an application to legalize the replacement of windows without Landmarks Preservation Commission permits.
Good morning, Commissioners. Gabriella Gutowski, Preservation Staff. This application before you today is 132 Remsen Street in the Brooklyn Heights Historic District. It's a request to legalize the removal of basement floor windows without Landmarks Preservation Commission permits and permission to install new windows. The time of the tax photo and the time of designation, the basement floor windows had diamond patterned leaded glass casements. The applicant removed those without permits and installed single pane casements with an internal security grid in a diamond pattern. And today they would like permission to install 2-over-2 double hung windows at the basement floor with a segmental arch upper sash. And the project architect is here to further explain and answer any questions.
Hello, my name is Barbara Resnick-Howe. I'm representing the owner of 132 Remsen Street. He purchased this building in 1983. From what he tells me, these have been changed before then. The windows a violation was issued in 2013. The windows need to be changed anyway, and he's proposed, as Gabriella told you, to do 2-over-2 double hung windows, which is consistent with all the other buildings on the lot, or the other brownstones on both sides of the street, as well as the 4 that are almost identical in this row of buildings, or were when they were built in the 1860s, almost identical. They've since been altered. Some of them have been altered.
It looks like those windows over there, just to the left of the door.
Yeah, it's these two.
Yes, but just to the left of that, do you see those two? Isn't it like that?
Yes. So these 4 row houses were all built same style, similar years. This has been stripped. These 2 have both lost their stoops, as well as my applicants, and feature 2-over-2 double hung. So actually, the leaded was a one-off at 132 Remsen.
Why is this a legalization? I mean,
Well,
it's a change.
They removed leaded glass windows without Landmarks Preservation permits, and those are considered special windows by our rules. So for staff level approval, they would have to put back the leaded glass, and they wish to do double hung.
Okay.
So the leaded glass is a later alteration, and the applicant is seeking to replace the illegal windows with windows that go back to the original window configuration. That's matching the neighbors.
We're not legalizing what they have.
We're not legalizing it. I think it originally came in as an application to legalize, but was modified during the process. So it's actually an application to replace windows installed without permits.
Wood frame and sash?
Yes.
Okay, and this, okay, all right. Any other questions for Barbara? All right. We'll take testimony. Judy Stanton.
Judy Stanton for the Brooklyn Heights Association. The Brooklyn Heights Association Landmarks Committee has had the opportunity to review this application and consider its impact on our historic district. While the proposed changes to the basement level windows and ironwork are not dissimilar to the existing conditions present in many of the adjacent properties, close attention needs to be paid to the design and installation of the new elements. Our committee received only partially drawn details for the proposed double-hung windows, referencing only the limited amount of dimensional information and the graphic representation of what is proposed. We believe the vertical mullion should relate better to the existing casement windows at the parlor level by being wider than currently drawn. The stiles and rails should likewise be dimensioned appropriately. The new security ironwork, which is proposed to be installed on the exterior of the new windows, is lacking in dimensional detail as well. The graphic depiction of the proposed ironwork leads us to believe the scale is lighter than what we deem to be appropriate. In order for the ironwork to be conceptually appropriate, it will need to be heftier in all dimensions and embellished with some amount of ornamentation, similar to the adjacent existing built conditions. Our committee can support this proposal if our concerns related to the details noted above are addressed accordingly. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any more speakers? Any more speakers? All right, we received Community Board 2's recommendation. They recommend without further comment that LPC approve the application. However, they want to note for the record that the applicant's representative present the application as proposed work and not a legalization of work performed without LPC permit. So it's just to clarify that we're looking at not legalizing what they have right now, but the proposal to change it to what's shown here. All right? All right, any questions? Yes, Michael?
I would say that if staff is satisfied with the detailing, and only when staff is satisfied with the detailing should we approve this. The testimony
Yes.
was correct. That central mullion with a bead replicates a casement window, and it should be wider than the sash styles.
So the drawings may not have been complete when they were presented to the
Okay.
PAG, but the intention is to have the wide center
Okay.
line with the bead down the middle, and we'll verify this.
As long as staff is satisfied with that detail.
Okay, good. All right, any other comments? Okay, we can close the hearing. John, would you like to read the resolution? Thank you.
The matter of docket number 13-8563, 132 Remsen Street in the Brooklyn Heights Historic District. Application is to replace windows. I recommend approval, finding that the removal of the existing basement windows that were installed without Landmarks Preservation Commission permits did not eliminate any significant features, that while the leaded glass windows predate 1938 and are consistent with other alterations from this period, their use in this building was limited to the basement and parlor floors and were not part of a significant redesign of the building. That the proposed 2/2 segmental arched double-hung wood windows painted black will be installed within and conform to existing masonry openings and match the existing historic windows at the second and third floors of the Remsen Street facade in terms of material, operation, configuration, details, and finish, and will create a harmonious fenestration pattern. That the proposed windows will match the existing basement windows at the two adjacent Anglo-Italianate style row houses, and that the proposed basement windows are in keeping with the building's style and age.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? This application's been approved.